Next up is probably the trickiest part of all. And that is the two drums. So I've got the two drums installed together, and I want to show you what it looks like to make them fit together. They've got these clutches in here with these teeth that are, right now they're all lined up. But if they're not all lined up, let's see if I can make them not be lined up. Okay, see how high that's sitting off this? Okay, see that's like a whole finger's width gap. The clutches will turn, so as I rotate this, there's one, there's four of those clutches. I don't know, two, one more. There we go. Now, I measured earlier, and the clearance is, I'll update the video, but it's about this many shims, and that is what the clearance is supposed to be. Now, this is going to come in handy when we assemble this, because we're not going to know if this is all fit together properly, but we'll know that our clearance is however many shims that is. On mine, it's from the 25 thousandths down to the 10 thousandths, but I don't know what increments are in here, so I'll update the video once I add that up. Okay, now to get this up, in order to get that piece put in, it's much easier if we do it up on its side. Alright, so you can go over here now again. And I'm also not super tall, so working on top of the table is not the easiest thing. We've also got to get our thrust washers in place here. So the thrust washers fit in here, right? And I've got a little bit of grease dabbed on the end of that. And you can just put the lowest one on first. Thrust washer in. Thrust washer usually stay put with a dab of grease, but it won't stay put when you pull it back off. Like so there, thrust washer is locked in. All right. My clutch teeth are pretty well lined up. So I find the right groove, I should be able to drop it right in. Oops. There we go. Maybe. No. There we go. Ah, now it's in. Okay. I felt all the clutches engage. You can see this thing is sitting down here, moving very nicely and smoothly. Okay. If the thrust washer were engaged, if all the clutches weren't engaged, it wouldn't sit down nice and low like this, and it just would not work very well. All right, now I'm going to put the kickdown band back in. When I did this the first time, there's a way to do this by doing putting the kickdown band in first, and there's a way to do it by putting the kickdown band in second. And the way the kickdown band is you make sure that your adjuster screw, which comes right through this hole here, right here. The kickdown adjuster screw comes right through this hole. The screw needs to go into this slot. So the band needs to be aligned like this. Okay. So I'll just pinch the band and get it in there. I don't know if this is going to work. I may have to go back and edit this out because I can already see that it's sort of in the way. Of the teeth on this. Right. Maybe that'll work. I'll sort of leave it on the outside. Now we take the outer drum, the front drum, put put these in. I want to be careful not to sort of muck with the adjustment on the one we just put in, and it's heavy. It's heavy as all get out. Okay. So just like before, I'm gonna twist it and feel those clutches engage, hopefully. That was kind of fun. Okay. There we go. Now see how that teeth are meshed in here perfectly? They're not sitting above. This is called the driving shell. Teeth on this front drum are not sitting above that. They're locked in there real good. And I can see that clearance. And yeah, that clearance is the same. So the alignment that I had on the table is the same as the alignment I've got in the transmission. That's a great sign.